Welcome back, readers. So, for today's session, you are going to need a dry erase board or paper, a dry erase marker, or a pencil. So, I want to start off by telling you all a story. So, a fun fact, Miss Gonzalez loves to draw pictures of characters in books and movies and TV shows. I really think I'm really good at it. And sometimes when I'm completing my work, a lot of my friends, when they look at my work, they're just like, "Whoa, did you trace it? How did you do that? It looks just like the picture, like if you just printed it out." And I'm just like, "Well, friends, what I do is I draw the pictures little by little, part by part. I would start with, the shape of the head of the character's head. I'll add the ears, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and I'll just keep adding each part until I complete the whole drawing. And guess what, readers? That reminded me of you all. Yes, a lot of things remind me of you, readers. And it reminded me that as our books start to get harder and harder, the words in the book start to get harder. And one way that we can solve these tricky words that we run into is by reading each word part by part. Okay, readers, I have a word here. Do you know what it is? Yeah, look. But what if I add some more letters? Now it becomes a longer word. Can you read this word? Look, ing. That's right. Break it apart. Look, ing. You know ing, you know look. So when you put it together, you have looking. Great job. Now I bet you can read this word in a snap. Okay, you ready? Guys think you can read this? Okay, let's break it apart. You know this word, big, then ger, bigger. And when we put it together, we read it bigger. Awesome. Okay, boys and girls, now I would like you to grab your whiteboard or a piece of paper with a marker or a pencil. And I am going to build a word on here. And as I'm building, I want you to write it down on your whiteboard or your paper, okay? Alrighty, so here we have our word. All right. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down. Here we have our nice, long, challenging word. Ooh, I know you guys are wondering, wow, this word is so big. And I bet some of you guys already know how to say this word. All right, let's go ahead and write this word down. WONDERFUL. I'm going to give you some time to write it down. I hope you guys are writing. Okay, awesome. So now that we have our word on our board/paper, we need to figure out how are we going to break this word into parts to help us read this word. Okay, I want you to take a second. How can you break this word apart? I know you guys are probably thinking, maybe some of you guys are breaking it apart in two parts, or some friends maybe three or four parts. Okay, friends, so here we have our word. Wonderful, right? So I'll probably break it up like this. Wonderful. And when I put it together, the word is wonderful. Wonderful. Wow. like this lesson is wonderful. Okay, that's probably one way we could break it into parts. So that was 3 parts. Hmm, what about, I think some of you guys probably broke the word into 2 parts. Some of you guys probably know the word wonder and then full. Wonderful. And as we put it together, right, we have wonderful. Is there another way we can break this word into parts? Yeah, probably some of you guys broke it up into 4 parts. We have one, full. One, full. Wonderful. All right, boys and girls, let's try it. So here I have my book, Frog and Toad Together, Chapter 1, A List. Remember, as we're reading, if we run into any tricky words, we need to read each word part by part. One morning, Toad sat in bed. I have many things to do, he said. I will write them all down on a list so that I can. There I go. I ran into a tricky word, my friends. Now it's time to read it part by part. Okay, boys and girls, let's try to read that word part by part to figure it out. I want you to grab your paper and your pencil, and I want you to follow along with me. Let's go ahead and write that word down. Remember. I want you all to take some time. How can we read this word part by part? How can we break it up part by part? I see a lot of you thinking, okay. I think some of you guys probably I guess some of you guys maybe broke it up like this. Remember. 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 Awesome. Okay. Maybe some of you all wrote it. Okay. Maybe some of you guys broke it up like this. Remember? So this word can be tricky, right? The first way we broke it up, I kind of said remember. And then the second way we broke it up, I said remember. This is a word that you can probably say kind of 2 different ways. Remember still means, it still has the same meaning. But my friends, you don't always have to grab a piece of paper and a pencil when you're trying to read a word part by part. You can use your fingers, right? Think about it. Remember. Remember, right? Remember. Such a tricky word. So, boys and girls, now when you go ahead and read in anytime you're reading and you run into those tricky words, read it part by part. Use your fingers or get a piece of paper and a pencil and write the word down and figure out how you can break it apart. Snap a picture of your work, upload it to your Class Dojo portfolio, or some of your teachers might have a Padlet for you. And we are excited to see how you break break apart all of these tricky words you run into part by part. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had a good time. See you next time.